Hey everyone, welcome to the Flat Pack Show, episode 53. Hang on a sec. Sort your shit out, Flatmeister. I'm Flatmeister. Of course, we have got Nerd Waffle. How's it going, dude?
Hey.
I mean, when I mute you on or the deafen on Discord, can you still hear me?
No.
Oh, it mutes me completely as well. Oh, right. The more you know. How you been, dude?
Good. Yeah, how have you been?
Good. Yeah, I've been in a lot of pain recently. I've just been completely laid up. I mean, hence the lack of content on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I hear that. I've been in pain too because I pulled a muscle or something.
Yeah, your chest muscle. You said you hurt.
Yeah, it's getting better now, but there's still remnants of it, and every once in a while it hurts just to remind me that it's there. But it's a lot better. Like I could barely get out of bed, kind of thing. I was able to manage to get in the stream, of Magic the Gathering Arena or whatever. But it was kind of painful to do, but I did it anyways because I was able to get up out of bed at that point, and I just wanted to get up, do something.
So I've just realised the Discord for some reason has changed. I'll just need to crop that. The top and bottom. I'll sort that out later. People know who's who. I'm Flatmeister, the non NPC, not an NPC. And Nerd Waffle, of course, is the waffle with the beard. Unfortunately, Switchpoint and Crumplepoint couldn't make it. We've got
They're all fighting the good fights.
Yeah, they unfortunately can't make it. They got personal or things that they're attending to. So you were talking about Magic the Gathering, which is actually a great segue into one of the things we were going to talk about. It was on Twitter I saw. Where's Mortal Kombat 11? Right, so I've not watched this Quartering's video, but I just saw like the tweet about it. Was the Wizards of the Coast have fired their entire online support team, zero notice, zero severance, and some of them have been working there for nearly 10 years. It's despicable corporate behaviour. It is really disgusting.
Do they mean for Magic Online, like the game?
I think it's the online like support team. So
Okay.
I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, it must be like customer service and whatnot.
Mm.
Yeah, they don't need customer service or anything. They're doing a fantastic job of
Fucking up their entire.
Well, they haven't been, I don't think, doing too bad as of late, but we'll see. I don't know, okay, I'm just gonna make this general statement. A lot of nerd kind of culture things these days, I have this love-hate relationship with, like Blizzard, love and hate, love-hate relationship. Wizards of the Coast, love-hate relationship. Like all of these companies seem to be disconnected with their fan base, and I don't down them for trying to do new things and to try new things, and I understand that they want to bring on other people who are not part of the normal culture, and that's all fine and dandy and everything. But it just feels like sometimes they just completely disregard the actual fan base. And I think that it's just terrible for a company to treat their employees like that. But that just shows you just how, and people have been saying this for years, but like, it just shows you just the corporate side of things of, oh, we can just let these people go. It's not like they have lives or anything. It's not like they have bills to pay.
Yeah.
We'll just let them go without severance or anything like that.
That is disgusting.
It's disgusting too, because they can give 10 million dollars or something for prizes on Magic Arena, but they can't give their employees that they just let go severance pay.
Hmm.
And you know what? I don't necessarily know if the how accurate the quartering is. But I think that I don't know. I would like to see some proof that they didn't do this from Wizards of the Coast side of things. I guess I'll have to check out the video too. I didn't see the video, so I don't know. Because sometimes he has some good stuff, but sometimes I'm not trying to down him or anything. But you know, a lot of stuff is speculation on the channel, which is accurate speculation at times. But it's something that I try to keep things with a grain of salt until I see more information for my own point. Yeah, what do you think about it?
Yeah, like I said, I don't know like I said, I haven't watched the video, so I'm not certain of the details. But just based off of the fact that it's zero, well, it's against the law. Those team members that have been fired, 0 notice and 0 severance, could file a lawsuit against Wizards of the Coast.
It's against the law, but like I know here in Canada, there's a lot of companies that are finding ways around the laws that work out for the company but don't work out for the employee, and there's nothing the employee can do because they found a way to cheat the system. Like there's a company that would pay 10 cents more than minimum wage and have people responsible for the till, and so if the till was short, then it would come out of the employee's pocket, and they could get away with it because there is a law here that says that an employee can't be responsible for their till if they make minimum wage, because it would make no sense, right? Because if you say we're making minimum wage and at the end of the night the till was short $10, and it came into your pocket, well, you'd be making less than minimum wage. So that makes sense. But I know of a company, I'm not going to name names, but I know of a company that gives their employees 10 cents more minimum wage when they start out, just so that they can get around that loophole.
I mean, take a look at Telltale Games. They did the similar thing with 0 notice, 0 severance, because they went bankrupt, and loads of the team members are now obviously filing a lawsuit against Telltale Games.
And yeah, like it's just companies are finding ways around things. Apparently companies are getting people to sign documents now that say that they can't go to a similar job for X amount of months, years, kind of thing. Because I don't know, whatever reason, and they get, like, that's the other thing, is all these companies, like, it's so easy for these companies to cheat the system too, and I almost don't want to give them the idea. So hopefully they're like the 10 viewers we get, hopefully they're not any of them. But like companies could really just twist people's arm, because once you sign a contract, like, well, there is some getting around contracts, but companies could really just put whatever the hell they want and be like, you have to sign this or you don't get the job.
Yeah.
Or they don't. Even if they can't say that, because I don't think they're allowed to say, like, they're not. I don't know if they're allowed to really just strong arm you like that. But they could say, well, it's required to work here to sign this document.
Yeah.
So it's just like lawyers and corporations are really thriving right now, and the little people are
getting screwed over.
The common average people, you know. I mean, look at Gillette.
I was gonna bring that up as another company that's gotten woke and gotten broke. And I've up on the screen here, someone's made a meme from the movie They Live.
Yeah.
Which I love that movie. You know, when he puts the sunglasses on, he can see the truth around him, can't he? And it's like the world is run by like these weird aliens, and all of the billboards, like he can see the truth of what these billboards are. But there's this meme that I've put up on the screen for the people watching. It's got him with his sunglasses off, and he's got watching a billboard of Gillette, puts the glasses on, and the billboard says, "Cut your dick off." It's basically this advert has it's gotten loads of people talking.
So I'm going to actually defend feminists here, and I've done some research. I've done some research into this, and I think this is a complete sham. This is no more an example of corporate greed. This is way more an example of corporate greed than it is of their wokeness. It is a bit of wokeness, but it's more corporate greed.
Yeah.
First of all, they put this ad out, this Super Bowl ad. They put it out 3 weeks before the Super Bowl to strategically position themselves to not be side by side with other campaigns. Like, you know, who knows how it might have still made an impact, but how much of a big impact would it make next to whatever Marvel's trailer they're going to put out in Super Bowl, whatever Star Wars thing they're going to put out at the Super Bowl, whatever giant Apple product or giant corporation thing they're going to have to compete side by side with people for that. So I think it's more about corporate greed. They're using feminism as a leverage. This is a company that this is on the company end, though. I'm sorry speaking so much, but on the company end, corporate end, this is they are taking feminism and saying, this is a leverage for us. We can use this and get money because we have other products that are feminine products, and we can start this big thing where people are going to know, not necessarily Gillette, but I forget what the company's name.
Procter and Gamble, isn't it?
Yeah, Procter and Gamble.
They took a risky gamble.
Sell their other products to female people, and so they're using people's feminism to sell products. So, okay, if you're a feminist, good, and you enjoy this commercial, great. You are being used more than you will ever be used by any man by this company.
I mean, I'm just playing the video that's in Gillette's tweet about the advert, and so it's showing
the second side of it is they hired a director that, if you look at her portfolio, is just a lot of anti-men and a lot of women power, which I don't have a problem with women power. I think women should be empowered. I think women have suffered and have gone through a lot, and I think that women deserve better, and I think they deserve to be treated properly.
Well, I think.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, well, both men and women alike should be treated.
Of course, that's what I was going to get to, and I think men should be treated well as also. And I think the real problem with this, I think yes, there are some idiot people out there that call people snowflakes and whatnot, and for the sake of calling snowflakes, whatever. There might be some people out there that don't really give a shit about female problems or rights or anything that are getting upset by this. There might be actually some very few toxic males or very some asshole guys out there that are getting offended by this, but who's to say a good person can't get offended by this? Because it's not saying some men, it's generalizing men, the same way that men used to generalize women, which wasn't right, and I don't think that this is right either, and I'd be saying it first.
I mean, I'll say this, right, Gillette is a razor company, right? They are selling a product. They should have just made an advert selling their latest razor. If this was an advert, like an anti-bullying advert, but not making it a gendered issue, saying men should be men are compassionate and empathetic and
it depends on the person.
and will defend people. Men and women will do that. I don't get why the best a man can be. I was going to say we'll go through like the advert, like the little bits that I agree and disagree with. So if this, like I said, if this was a charity, like an anti-bullying charity, and they're paying proceeds towards funding, I don't know, programs and things to help young children, teenagers, and young men, whether they're being bullied or harassed in the workplace, because I mean, well, we've seen that. Like, there's been a game developer at Kingdom Hearts 3, like a top executive who was actually female, had actually sexually assaulted and harassed a male team member, but none of the game press were reporting on it. See, there you go. That's the funny thing, right? The games industry is always going on about, game industry needs its Me Too movement, the harassment of women and minorities, but the moment something completely flops their narrative on its head and they go, oh, well, I'm a straight white man and I'm being sexually assaulted or harassed and bullied in the workplace, it's crickets. You can't hear it. There's not a single word spoken from IGN, Kotaku, or Polygon. But yeah, with this advert, like I don't like the boys will be boys. That I do think that is when you excuse shitty behavior from, like,
Exactly.
especially when you're raising a son, especially you have to nip, with kids in general, I'm not just going to say it's young boys, it's children in general, you nip that bad behavior in the bud, because it will bite you in the arse later down the line. They're going to turn into a spoilt brat, or they're not going to respect you as their parent, and they're not going to have respect for anyone else. So you nip those bad behaviors in the bud soon as. So it isn't a, just telling boys off. So let's go with this advert. So it's showing several people looking in the mirror, showing the old Gillette advert, and then these young kids burst through the projector screen, and like they look like they're chasing this boy. Like, yes, here, like this little boy that's being bullied online, like, oh, you're such a loser, sissy, like cyberbullying. I get that, like, call that stuff out, but remember, why are they making it a gendered issue? Why are they making it that it's only male bullies?
I got bullied by men and women, boys and girls. I got bullied by both growing up. And well, I did get the excuse from adults, boys will be boys, from the boy end of it. But from the girl end of it, what I got was, oh, that means that she likes you. It's like, well, still, like, that doesn't give her, like, going back to what you said and what the advertisement is, I guess, trying to double back on or whatever, is it's not good to excuse unhealthy behavior. And the unfortunate thing is that there are adults who, as far as children are concerned, I'm not saying to abuse your children or anything, or whatever, but I'm saying like there's so many parents out there or adults that excuse bad behavior from a lot of children without talking to them about and saying like, listen, like, why are you doing this? And talk to your kids. I think the problem is, and I'm not a parent, so if you're a parent, you can correct me. But I think the problem is that some parents are not spending enough time with their kids, and teaching them right from wrong. And I think they grow up, and there's this big snowball chain effect that just keeps rolling down the hill, and all of a sudden it's like people are messed up as adults, and like I think that it's just never addressed, and I don't think whether you're a man or a woman or whatever, that I don't think that bad behavior should be excused no matter what. Bad behavior is bad behavior, and whether it shouldn't be boys will be boys, but what do we it happens on both scales.
Yeah. I mean, so let's continue with this trailer. I'm not playing the sound just in case they copyright it or anything. Yeah. I mean, it is in a tweet, so how can they copyright it? It's now blaming apparently misogynistic content in videos. It's watching these three teens are sitting on the sofa, they're flicking channels. It showed a cartoon of some characters oogling at a lady. Now it's like a sitcom, and the father is looking like he's pretending to grab. Oh, he does touch her bum. Okay, then it shows.
I don't know. I believe that catcalling is out there. I believe that women have to deal with it every single day, and I think that I'm not denying that.
Is catcalling?
I have never been with another one of my male friends, and either one of us ever first of all, I've never catcalled.
It's not classy, is it? It's not tasteful or classy.
And if you're a dude that does it, you're a shithead. I'm sorry. And you do make the rest of us look like crap. But it's just weird because like all I ever hear is like, oh, men just catcall. It's like, I have never catcalled, and I've never been with a group of guy friends or a guy friend and have ever witnessed catcalling. I'm not saying it's not out there. It is. I could probably bet. I would absolutely bet money on it that it's out there. Something that women face every day. But it sucks to be like, oh, guys are scumbags. They just catcall, and I get catcalled and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, well, I got, when I was younger and I was more attractive and I had a better fit body, I had a woman tell me to that I should unbutton another button of my shirt, and I was only like 16 or something, and they were an adult.
Really? Jeez.
Yeah, it was walking by at a waterfront, and then you're like, yeah, you would look sexier if you unbuttoned your top button or whatever. I didn't think of anything of it, but like, that's the thing, is that there are shitty people no matter what they are. And I think that we should be, instead of being like, we need to stop excusing men's bad behavior, we need to stop excusing bad behavior in general. And I think that's what we need to do.
I mean, this advert, like I was saying, but the kids are watching TV. They see a music video with a black rapper, and then there's women on like poolside in bikinis. I don't see how that is bad behavior. How is excused? Well, are they trying to say that basically media is influencing young minds of teenagers, which has been proven wrong? Violent content in games does not make you violent in real life. Same with sexual content does not make you a sexist in real life. With bear in mind though, kids, yeah, they have a more unless you're a parent that supervises, TV and playing games and age rating games.
They have a more impressionable mind.
Yeah, a more impressionable mind. But if you're a good parent that says you realise that this violence in Mortal Kombat or so and so isn't real. If this stuff happened in real life, you'd be dead. This is all make believe.
Or get involved with it. Like, that's the problem, is not enough parents get involved because their kids could be into something that is maybe something that their age group should not be into.
I mean, these look like...
But instead of sitting down and instead of sitting with their kid and watching, or playing the game and watching and waiting for the moment something bad comes up that they can take the game away, because, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If parents got involved with their kids more and understood the content that they are consuming more, I know you can't be with them 24/7, but if parents got more involved with their kids, but that's the problem, is that the problem with video games is when parents sit them in front of a video game system
and treat it like it's a babysitter.
Exactly. Same with movies, same with TV, same with games. Hell, books, like there's some books out there kids shouldn't read.
Yeah, I mean, these in the advert, these teenagers on the sofa look like they're about 14, 15 maybe.
Parents want something else to blame because they don't want to look like a bad parent. They want something else to blame, so they got to be like, oh, I'm a good parent, so it's the video game's fault that my son or daughter is behaving the way they do because they played video games. It's like, no, they're behaving that way because you're not parenting them right.
Yeah. I can't believe Gillette bloody using a citation. They use a clip of the Young Turks of Anna Kasparian. It's like, we need to stop excusing this bad behavior. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, we need to stop excusing all bad behavior as much as we can. Everybody.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't... Like, Joe Rogan made a good point, too. I watched his take on this, and he said... I'm not going to, like, paraphrase or quote or whatever, but this is basically what he said. He was like... he said something that really, really struck me, and it was... what are they really trying to get across here? Like, if they're talking... So are they talking to the good men or are they talking to the bad men? Because if they're talking to the good men, most of the good men are going to be like, yeah, no, I agree. Those are terrible things to do. It's terrible to bully people. It's terrible to do this. It's not right. And I understand the difference because, that's what a normal good person or good guy would say. Or are they talking to the bad guys that are out there, the rapists and the bullies and stuff? Because what are they really saying to them? They're like, don't do all this stuff, and then that's great and everything, but is the person going to be like, oh, you know what, that's right, I shouldn't do that, I'm going to turn my life around right now? I
mean, they use a clip from Terry Crews when I think that was at like was it a Congress hearing or something? He did like some kind of hearing where Terry Crews basically said, look, I'm a sexual assault survivor, and they took a clip where he said other men need to hold other men to accountable. I'm like, how about people hold other people accountable?
Maybe he meant that, but I mean, where's the rest of it? What context do we have? They just, like, maybe that's what he meant, but maybe they just took a snippet of whatever they wanted to hear from somebody and plopped it in there.
Exactly, to support their message. And there's this bit here that is, it's like actors, but it's got these two girls by a poolside at a party in bikinis. They're drinking, and there's one guy in a striped top who seemingly is just talking to him. It happens so quick. He's talking to him, and then this other guy just steps in and goes, "Yeah, leave him alone," and pulls his friend, all the friends away. I'm like, what? So the guy can't chat with a girl, can't approach her to talk to a girl. There's another one of this girl walking towards the camera on the street. Guy in the doorway leans up because he finds this woman quite attractive walking by. He goes to walk to approach her, but then this black guy comes through the doorway, and he goes, "Nah, bruv, not cool." It's like, oh, jeez, what is bad behavior? What is, yeah, sure, that maybe is a little bit creepy, or maybe a little bit predatory, that he's waiting in a doorway of a cafe and then spots this girl and goes to follow her. Does that, yeah, maybe come across a little bit creepy? But when they put it together in this whole advert, like, oh, you can't approach women on the street, or you can't approach women in any social context. There's some other good bits of, like, there's a dad holding his little toddler girl on like a bathroom sink, and she's looking into the mirror, and he goes, "I am strong," and she repeats it like, "I am strong," which, you know, is inspiring. There's the two little toddler actors that are fighting in the backyard at the barbecue, and then one of the dads steps forward and pulls them off. So again, sort of, yeah, stopping fight.
And that's good. I mean, and those are good things. And it would be good if, you know, you encourage your son that they're strong, and encourage your son that they, like, that's the other thing too, is that people getting upset about guys who are getting upset by this. It's like, you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem, because you want guys to be more sensitive and understanding and stuff, but you're not giving them a voice to voice their feelings.
Exactly. Well, it's alienating their customer base, really. I like that Mark Dice here goes, "Gillette, the best A, insert your preferred pronoun here, can get."
Well, it's like, it's not only that, it's not only they're alienating their customers, it's like, they're like, it's also very much like, what was I gonna say? Just like, men for many years were not allowed to have feelings, and by, you know, you're not helping the situation by trying to get men to, like, here's the thing, like, here's I'm no psychologist, but here's the thing. You keep an animal caged up in a cage for most of its life, and you don't let it interact with anything, and it's got to be in that cage. You let that animal out, and it's not going to know what to do. It's going to just attack the first person it sees.
Yeah.
I would almost think that consciously, like, the brain thinks the same way. You know, you hold in all your feelings your whole life. You're told to keep these feelings caged up, because men don't have feelings, because men are tough and strong, and it's not tough or strong to show your feelings. Okay, cool. Well, it's not cool, but that's how it essentially works. Now women are, you know, or not women, but SJWs and whatever, are like, the one thing they do agree with is that men need to have more feelings and stuff. But then they go, oh, well, no, you can't have feelings. Like, you know, people who are getting upset are probably just expressing how they feel and how it makes them feel. And then they're told, no, you're not allowed to, because if you do, you're just a toxic male. It's like, what?
Yeah, they shut down any We try.
They're expressing how that made them feel. They're not exerting their masculinity on you. In fact, they're doing the complete opposite. Maybe they're saying how it makes them feel.
Yeah,
and I think that if you want real change, I think that's the best way to do it is give men the ability to be able to express their feelings without telling them, well, no, that's just because you're a man. No, that's this. No, you can't say that. Blah, 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 blah. Like, what do you want? Do you want them to pent up their feelings, or do you want them to express their feelings? You can't have your cake and eat it too.
It's good to, it's not good to, I nearly mixed it up the wrong way around then. It's not good to bottle it up.
Exactly.
I was about to say, so we've been about 28 minutes in. I think we should go on to our next subject, which is that SpiderMan Far From Home trailer that came out.
Yeah.
Which I think they released that trailer too soon. Avengers Endgame isn't even out.
Yeah, I think they should.
I finally watched Infinity War. Really enjoyed it. It was a good movie.
Yeah, I liked Infinity War. We could talk about Endgame's trailer as well. Because
I like it keeps it vague.
I loved the whole. It was very Shakespearean or modern Shakespearean. That Tony was in his ship talking to his helmet.
Was he in the Guardians of the Galaxy's jet? Wasn't he? He was either
in that, or he was in like the what's the name of the Avengers ship?
Oh, the Quinjet.
The Quinjet. I don't know what he was in, but he was in some sort of ship.
I think it must be because they all got. Oh yeah, spoilers. But yeah, the spoilers now if you haven't watched Infinity War. But basically, all the Guardians that were on Titan, is that what the planet's called? Titan?
Yeah.
They all got evaporated. So I think that is their jet. I think it is the Guardians' jet.
I don't think there's any Guardians left except for Rocket.
Yeah, he's in Wakanda, isn't he? But
it's funny though. You know what? I watched Infinity War not long myself. And you know what I noticed? Because I was thinking about it while I was watching it, and then I wanted to make sure... I wanted to check it at the end while I was watching the end. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if I should say this because if it ends up being right, for everybody. But it might not be right, so I'll say it. All of the original Avengers survive. Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk... Well... Hulk. But there's a fan theory that's actually Loki. I don't know if that's true or not.
That Hulk is Loki?
Yeah, there's a fan theory that Hulk is Loki. That's why he's not able to transform back. Like he sort of did like a switcheroo when they were back on the ship at the beginning.
What has Loki managed to imprint a part of his soul into Hulk?
No, that he's not dead. That he actually like did his like whole trickery thing and did like a swap place thing to make it look like he died and switch places with Bruce. I don't know what happened. What happened to Bruce at that point, or the Hulk, or something like that, and then, sort of, he was the one who was in Infinity War, and that's why he wasn't able to transform into the Hulk. That I don't know if that's true.
I think if that theory was true, I think it would spoil the, it would spoil that specialness of that Bruce can't get the Hulk to come out when he needs him.
Yeah, I mean it could be true, and I don't absolutely hate that fan theory, but I wouldn't like it if it was true. It's it's a neat fan theory, but like you said, there was something special about like Thanos scared the pants off the Hulk that he wouldn't even like. He didn't even want to deal with it.
He got his shit kicked out of him, didn't he?
Yeah, and that would be a big. At first I was thinking, well, the Hulk's not really a wussy like that, but you know what? The Hulk I've seen him in comics be a bit of a crybaby, and I could see him being like, if he was beat, being like, "No, I'm not coming out." You know.
Yeah. But yeah, that the post-credit sequence, I already knew what it was. Just as soon as the page went on the floor and you see the symbol, and I was just like, I have zero excitement. And the thing is, right? So the Avengers Endgame trailer came out, and I know how obviously Stark is going to get back home. Captain Marvel's going to basically be flying through space, going, "Ooh, I'm answering the call," and then comes across the ship and flies the ship back to Earth. That's how he gets rescued. Blatantly obvious. But like I was sort of getting back on track with the SpiderMan, I think they've released the trailer too soon. Like we don't even know. Oh, Spider-Man's been, dissipated into nothingness, out of existence. How come there's
that's what I wanted to say. That's why I got off topic to the Endgame, and why I was like, maybe we should address that first, and address the Spider-Man trailer. But I do see what you're saying about they released it too soon. They should have did like, just before I get on to my point with Endgame, they should have did to address your point. They should have did a two like after credit scenes in Endgame, and one of them should have been the trailer for Spider-Man. Because doesn't Captain Marvel come out before?
Yeah, Captain Marvel comes out in March, and then Endgame comes out about the end of April.
Oh, okay. So Captain Marvel comes out first. Never mind. I don't know. But anyways, what I was gonna say about Endgame was, it's gonna really, like, I think that there's gotta be a lot of pressure on Endgame, because even though they are planning on continuing on, this is sort of like a cornerstone of what they've been promising for 10 years. And rumor is that Captain Marvel, I don't know if it's this way in the comics or not. I don't know a lot about Captain Marvel. I know some basic stuff about Captain Marvel. But if she can fucking time travel, it's gonna ruin everything.
That just seems like a neat, like a convoluted and cliched. What's the word to describe it? Basically,
plot hole.
Well, not even a plot hole. We're just it's a lazily like how to fix your plot,
like a cop out, or like
it's a cop out. It's a way like, I can't think how. Deus Ex Machina. Exactly. It's can't think how to fix it. Oh, well, she has the ability to time travel. She can just rewind time.
The only way that I would be okay with that, and I don't even know, it really depends how they did. Still, there would still be execution of it. But the only way I'd be good with it is if it's a one shot. Because otherwise, if she can time travel, like, it's kind of like, oh, she has a device that after she time travels breaks, kind of thing. Because otherwise it's kind of like, well, why didn't she just time travel back? And they might do that because apparently it's on the set of Avengers, in the first Avengers movie. Is apparently they did some shooting where everybody's there except for they added Ant-Man or something into it. I know there's some rumblings that Ant-Man's going to have a big part in it, and Captain Marvel's going to have a big part in the whole thing. And I'm okay with that, as long as it's not just Ant-Man, and as long as it's just Captain Marvel.
Because really, Captain America didn't have much screen time in Infinity War, did he?
No, he didn't.
Thinking about it, there wasn't that much. Sure, he was in a lot of the action sequences in like the third act, but
it was kind of cool though. I loved how they did the whole Nomad thing, where he didn't have where he's all sort of like
burnt and black armor, wasn't it, with the star missing from the center?
Yeah, and the facial hair and stuff. And I love the line that Black Panther's just like, I know it's made fun of or whatever, but I still love it where he's like, get this man a shield. Although although they're Wakandan shields, they look really silly on Captain America.
They're like sort of
But I mean,
telescopic greaves, aren't they? Is that what you'd call them?
yeah.
Are they greaves?
Yeah, they almost look like greaves or like small shields. But I guess they did have it in those in Black Panther, and I'm assuming that's really all they have around because the only other people that use shields, I think, are their capes, and they're not going to throw a cape on Captain America as his shield. That would have been even more stupid. So I can forgive that. It didn't look cool as cool as his shield. But it was cool where it was kind of a cool line because it was nice, especially after I think after a lot of people didn't like Civil War, and it wasn't my favorite. It wasn't like my worst favorite, but it wasn't anything exciting. But comparing it to Infinity War, it was kind of refreshing to see like, hey, like all these people are almost getting along. I really hope they have some sort of really sort of tearjerker dramatic moment and / reuniting with Captain America and Iron Man. Because they're like really good friends that left on really bad terms. And even in Infinity War, like Tony Stark wouldn't even like call Captain America or anything. And it sort of indicates that they're still sort of not that they're mad at each other, but just sort of still I don't know, embarrassed with each other, or you know what I mean? Trying to think of the words. It's basically like I feel probably they both feel really shitty for what they've done and don't know how to talk to the other one, because they've also set up in the entire cinematic universe that Steve Rogers is almost like not a father figure to Iron Man, but like reminds him of his father and whatnot. So it's kind of like because of that, I think they're a bit estranged with each other because they come from different times and different things, but they all want this. They have the same goal.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting how all these dynamics, whether they were by accident or not, are playing out. But it was kind of interesting. I'm just hoping that if there's time travel, it's done right and it's not done in a Deus Ex Machina. And
I mean, I noticed in Infinity War when Doctor Strange gave the Time Stone to Thanos, when he put the Green Stone on the gauntlet, did you see like the time runes activate? And there's been a theory that Doctor Strange has cursed the Time Stone.
Yeah. There's a fan theory too that's the reason why. I don't know if it's the same. It links to that same fan theory, but the you know how they were like, when they asked him like, how many do we win, and he's like, just one. I'm wondering if like Doctor Strange knew what the fuck was going on. You know what I mean? He had to.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's why he gave the stone to Thanos, because that was the only situation where they escape it, is the one where he gives Thanos the time stone and Thanos wins. I think it'd be cool. I think it's a cool concept, the whole time travel thing and everything like that. But I just hope like it would be kind of cool to see them travel back to like the New York fight scene and stuff like that. But it's going to be really hard for them to pull it off without making Captain Marvel seem like she's this godly being that can time travel, and she's the key to saving everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a shame too, because like I want to like Captain Marvel, but I don't like when they just give too much power to one person, you know, and that's what it seems like it's going to happen. Like what path it's.
Yeah, but with regards to Spider-Man: Far From Home, Mysterio looks badass. People have been begging for years for Mysterio to be the next villain, and it was making it seem like portraying him as like some kind of hero. Like,
yeah, so I was really kind of put off by Mysterio first. I had two things that I was put off by. One, how he had his helmet off, and two, how he was fighting the Hydro thing, which I thought was Hydro Man at first, but I wasn't really paying attention 100%, I guess. So I didn't even notice the other elemental beings, and then some people said, "Oh, he's probably fighting Sandman and Hydro Man." But then there was like a fire one, and there was a rock one. I think that was what they thought Sandman was. But
he does wear his goldfish bowl head helmet, doesn't he?
Yeah, he eventually does. So I'm like, okay, well, whatever. The other thing is, that I was put off by him fighting these monsters, and then I was put off like, oh my god, are they actually gonna have like a whole bunch of villains in this one? Sandman, Hydro Man, and that's. I don't want to say this because I have a feeling I'm right about this, but I think, like, if I remember correctly, Mysterio in certain comics, and especially the TV show, I think there's a couple of times where he tries to make it look like he's the hero. So I'm wondering if he creates these illusion things,
good
all
point.
these elemental things, and then makes it look like
he's here to save the day. To save the day.
Yeah.
To take all the glory.
It's weird that it's set in Europe.
Yeah, it was in Venice, wasn't it?
Yeah, no offense, like, because I know you're in Europe, but it's not that it's bad that it's in Europe. It's just random that it's in Europe. You know what I mean? Because a lot of Spider-Man battles are fought
in New York.
In New York, and then again, he traveled in the other one too.
Went to Washington, didn't he?
Michelle was just as like, I wanted to just lick a bug zapper after listening to her cringy lines.
There was another cringy line in this new trailer. She went, he says something like, "Oh, you look cute, or pretty," and she went, "Oh, is that all I am? As an object to be observed?" I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, bloody SJW Michelle Jane Watson, or whatever your name is." Oh dear, that made me cringe. I was like, ugh. But yeah. So anything else about Spider-Man that?
Yeah. So I thought. It was. I was a bit taken back because I thought that Far From Home was going to be this. Like, I don't know why I was thinking this, but when they announced the name Far From Home, I was like, oh man, this is going to be really cool, because I'm thinking that this movie is going to be like Spider-Man gets trapped on a planet in space at the end of
Infinity War,
Endgame.
Oh yeah,
when he's brought back to life or whatever, and somehow doesn't get a shuttle home or something, and he has to travel across the universe to get home.
Yeah,
thus Far From Home.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
But I guess it's like Europe. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah. I thought it was hilarious. The my other favorite part of the trailer was Nick Fury or whatever, where he shoots his friend Ned and is just like
the trank dart.
Yeah, Trank Dart, and he's just like, so I finally meet you, Spider-Man, which is kind of cool because the whole Nick Fury and Spider-Man thing. And then like Peter's just like, I love the part where Peter's like, do we need to do anything with him? And he's like, yeah, you might want to flip him on his stomach and like
choke on his tongue. Ah, dear. We've got 15 minutes left, and the final thing I was going to bring up was Resident Evil 2 Remake demo.
Well, that's a handful.
Holy hell.
I don't know much about Resident Evil.
Did you ever play the original on the PlayStation 1?
I have not.
Have you not?
I back then was too engulfed in for PlayStation 1 I was playing Final Fantasy 7. I had Diablo for PlayStation. Some Yu-Gi-Oh game, Forbidden Memories I think it was called. I was into way other stuff. I'm sure it's a great game. I had very little interest in Resident Evil though.
The thing is, right, I streamed it on Twitch, and I don't know if I told, well, because Rabbit Sensei Gaming, he watched my live Twitch playthrough of the demo. I completed in about 14 minutes. And I think I've still got 10 minutes left of the demo, because I completed the demo, but you've got 30 minutes, and that's all you can play. So you cannot play the demo after 30 minutes. See, I was streaming it on Twitch, and again, Jay, I don't know if you can help me with this. So yeah, I streamed it, and it was streaming perfectly, streaming quality. I think Streamlabs OBS like had a message at the bottom. It said, "Oh, there's a bit of a encoder problem," but then presumably it caught up. It buffered and whatnot. Well, then I exported it onto YouTube, and I checked both the Twitch in the video producer. I watched that video, and also when I exported it to YouTube, for some reason the visual is frozen, yet you can hear all of the audio.
Yeah,
I have no idea what the hell happened. So it's really irritating that I did a really awesome playthrough of that demo. It was really exciting and terrifying. I was saying to Rabbit Sensei the other day that the sound design is awesome. Those zombies are absolutely terrifying. Like the sort of gurgling and sort of guttural throat noises they're making. Like they're trying to, like they're lashing out, trying to grab hold of you. And when you're wearing headphones, they literally sound like they're right behind you. It's bloody terrifying.
Yeah, no. I think I saw the movie along. Is that the game with like Pyramid Head?
Oh, that's Silent Hill you're thinking of, with Pyramid Head.
Oh no, Resident Evil. That's the one with Miley Jovovich.
Mila Jovovich. Yeah.
Mila Jovovich. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did see the movies way back when. It's been a while. I should do like another run through of those. I should do a run through of the game too, but like it just have so much more games to play. There's so much out there. But it was kind of cool. They had the Umbrella Company, right?
Yeah. Producing the T virus and the G virus. All these different viruses. The Resident Evil series eventually went quite over the top. I enjoyed Resident Evil 5 and the sort of the Matrix Neo Wesker, where he's sort of dodging bullets and all of like this really cool dynamic action cutscenes where he's like dodging the bullets and doing these backflips. The bullets are zipping past him.
Sounds like me every day, dodging bullets.
But
sorry, really bad joke.
I got so turned around. Like there was this straight away at the beginning of the demo. You're in the police station in Raccoon Police Department police station. You go up to the reception computer, and you see a CCTV. This cop is trying to fight off this zombie. And he's like, "Hey, open up the door for me. So you go down this dark corridor. There's me jogging along with the flashlight, and you can then hear him banging on these metal shutters. He's like, help me, get me out. And so you run through this door into this room, and you're trying to lift. Like, there's no like the gameplay doesn't cut and then it's straight into a cutscene. It's all fluid, and it is all the cutscenes are in-game engine.
Yeah,
it is absolutely incredible. Like the sort of the transition from you controlling it into a cutscene and then back into gameplay is absolutely fluid. So he pulls this cop, like he lifts the shutter door up, and he's trying to pull the cop through. And he's got hold of both his arms, and then suddenly, like, he's screaming, and then blood is just spurting, and he gets literally torn in half. You pull his torso out, and the guy's lower half and his legs have just been completely torn off at the gut, which is pretty freaky.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
And also, like, the level of detail they've put in, like bullet damage. I've seen this one GIF that Capcom uploaded where you're in the diner and the player shoots this zombie square in the belly with the shotgun, right? It then collapses to its knees, and then, like, the weight of the upper half on that shotgun hole basically breaks the spine, and it, like, the torso of the zombie collapses and splits apart from the legs from its own weight. It just literally rots and goes, and the zombies will still crawl after you. I've seen one clip where someone was demonstrating the bullet damage, and they were capping each of the limbs, decapitating all the limbs off.
Yeah.
And the zombies will still be alive, and they'll edge towards you with no arms or legs. It's really crazy. It's funny to see, but you see, like, all the flesh and bone and, like, brain matter. Like, in my
was the remake really good? Like, did they do a good job?
Oh, they have done, like, the atmosphere, lighting, the voice actors, where it's all facial and motion captured. The gameplay is really solid. It's still got that survival horror aspect of the micromanaging your resources, like your inventory space.
So did they do any overhaul on the actual mechanics of the game, or
it's an over-the-shoulder third-person shooter, so they've gotten rid of the static cameras from the original.
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, where the camera was static and you went through, like, a pre-rendered background? Like, the levels were all pre-rendered. Wow. Whereas
they seem like they've, like, just went the whole 10 yards with it.
Oh yeah, they've completely overhauled it. All of the cutscenes is all brand new. It's all new voice actors. And
see, I can appreciate that, because over time, like, especially games like that or whatever, over time, and especially like cult classics or really good games that had good story and stuff, we're in sort of a weird time where games are sort of transitioning visually wise.
Yeah.
And that's why I really, like, am excited for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I hope they do it well. I hope they do it soon.
Yeah.
But, like, it's really awesome when a game company can come back and recognize what kind of success some of their older games had and where those games got them. And you know, it's nice when they can go back and say and give the fans a remake, and also, you know, remake the game well. Also,
I mean, here I've managed to find this YouTube video, Resident Evil 2 Remake shotgun impacts in E3 demo. Like, I'll bring this up on the screen here, and it is absolutely incredible. Here, I'll put it on full screen so you guys can see it.
Ye old RE1 classic. I think
look at that.
Oh,
that's
jeez.
My.
Yeah, I think he's.
It sounded like they've kept the original music. I could hear the background, like that. Literally, that shotgun round split the zombie's head clean in half, and the body actually collapsed onto Leon, and it actually staggers you, and so your character actually pushes a zombie aside. Oh, jeez. That second shotgun, it literally tore away the flesh of the head. And always make sure to double tap as well. I made a habit of doing that, of double tapping zombies. But it's really hard to aim your to be accurate. You have to be really... Oh, that's tore off half his face. Brutal. But yeah, when I was playing the demo, I was in the library and I had a massive jump scare that I wasn't expecting. And Rabbit Sensei Gaming can attest to this. Is I was on the upper floor of this library in the police station, and the floor then collapsed beneath me. And there's me just like talking and playing, and then suddenly I screamed my head off. I was like, oh fuck, that scared the shit out of me. But I shot this zombie square in the face, that it blew its top of its head off and all the back of its head, and you could see like just the side of the jaws, like the bottom jaw of this zombie.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrific. Yeah, it seems like that is just repeating the same footage in that video. Oh, but Jay, you're off, dude, to sleep, are you? I mean, we'll come up to about the 55-minute mark, so we'll start to wrap up soon. But yeah. So will you play when Resident Evil 2 Remake comes out? Will you play it, Nerd Waffle?
Maybe.
Well, what I was going to say, you've got until the 25th of January to download the free demo from Steam.
Oh, there's a free one.
Yeah, it's on Steam. You download it. It is an experience to behold. I would recommend actually streaming it on Twitch to like see your genuine reaction of playing the game.
Yeah,
and
I
said you got half an hour. The cutscenes don't chip into that half an hour.
That's good. That's good that they give you a half hour. Like it's a half hour of gameplay.
Yeah,
essentially. That's good.
And like I said, I've already completed it in 14 minutes. I've still got another 10 minutes of the demo left. So if I was to go back, and it would, like, that time limit would cut out, it would stop the demo right there. Like, even if I hadn't completed it.
Yeah.
But they've changed some. Oh, sorry, go on.
Maybe we could do that sometime if you wanted. Not tonight, but sometime we could. If you want to come on with me, I'd be more than happy to have you on.
Oh, what, in Discord while you stream it?
Yeah. I think that'd be really cool. But I mean, we can talk about that. But yeah, if it's free, I might give it a try if I can. I've been pretty busy with some personal work and stuff like that, and other things, and life and stuff. But it's something that if it's free, I definitely want to give it a try, because I never got to try Resident Evil.
Well, again, because I think on next gen there is a remake. Well, it's a remaster of and a next gen port of the GameCube remake of Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 0.
Okay.
So I think it is available on Steam, like the remaster of the GameCube remake. Yeah. So it's like all like next gen graphics, but it's still got the same gameplay and static cameras as the original Resident Evils.
Remake of a remake.
A remaster of a remake. So yeah, we're coming up to about the hour mark, really. Yeah, things kind of all happened a little last minute, didn't they? Like Switch unfortunately had to back out last minute due to personal commitments, and same with Crumple. He's not feeling well apparently. Hope you feel better, dude. But he's got like a early morning start, so it's just me and Nerd Waffle. It was kind of a last minute well, we better come up with a different topic then if we're going to do the music and storytelling and sort of the power of the bard.
I mean, it wasn't hard. There was a lot of stuff to talk about. Hell, if we wanted to, we could probably come up with other stuff, like more stuff, but we won't. But it won't because I think an hour is long enough. And I barely got on tonight too because I almost had personal stuff come up as well. But I managed to straighten things out because I love this show. This show is awesome. I love talking to all four of. What is it? I almost said all four of you.
You are one.
Yeah.
Of them.
Well, I mean, all four of my multiple personalities, and you three other flat packers too.
Yeah.
No, I enjoy talking to all three of you, and
Same here.
I love doing this show. It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's great to talk about this stuff, and it's great to talk about this stuff with awesome people. I
enjoy entertaining the people watching at home, having them listen in on our crazy antics and conversations and discussions.
Oh,
so
it's nothing but crazy antics.
So I think we had some good discussion with toxic masculinity with regards to Gillette. Any final words on that? The Gillette and masculinity, the attack on masculinity. Any final words on that?
I just think that the only way to really fight against so-called toxic masculinity is or a lot of the real way to fight things is with positivity. You catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar, and it may not always be the case, but I stand by that saying because if you go and punch someone in the face and then be like, oh hey, do you want to support my cause? They're gonna be like, no, you just punched me in the face. So
it was a very misguided PR marketing attempt, wasn't it?
We've already talked about it, but yeah, basically I think there's a bunch of things going on with it, and I think that there's a lot of behind the scenes things going on with that commercial that a lot of people don't realize because Gillette's doing a very good job of sweeping their agendas under the rug and making it about the feminist agenda. And so it's kind of interesting in the sense that you get to see it play out in the sense that it's like an inception of agendas where they're putting a front agenda in front of theirs so that if people blame something, they're blaming the other agenda and not the corporate agenda, So it's very interesting what they're doing. And that might not be the case, but that's exactly, they might have not intended that, but that's exactly what they're doing is they're being very crafty. They're being a very crafty corporation. That's all right.
That's all we have to say. So we'll look forward to your Twitch stream of Resident Evil 2, the one-shot demo. Yeah, let me know when you fancy doing that.
Aye.
That'd be good. Once again, I want to apologise for having not done any content. I'm really... It's just my chronic pain just really is... I know I keep bringing this up. It's the one thing that really prevents me from being able to do daily video. I would love to do daily videos, and also with content. Want to focus more on positive content. I want to see if I can get more indie game developers, do more live stream interviews and things. Get more people on. Developers and creators, have them on to talk about their work.
I would really love to do that again. Remember when I used to do
with those comic book creators? Yeah, you
No,
should
I
definitely
wasn't.
do
It was
that.
with different people, but I forget. I used to have a name for it on my channel. It was It was back in the.
So, Waffle Live.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that little half hour talking to a guest. I'd love to do that again, but I just like don't. I need people to come on. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If I get a few people interested at one time, I might start it up again. But
Yeah. Anyway, we better bring this to a close. So once again, thanks to everyone that tuned in live or is watching this later. Don't forget to check out all the other previous episodes of the Flat Pack Show in the Flat Pack playlist in my channel. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to everyone's channels. Share around the Flat Pack Show. Really do, with more people getting to know our show. Always looking for suggestions for topics as well that you'd like for us to discuss.
Also, you can check out the Flat Pack on my website. I unfortunately have the domain name nerd.com. So I couldn't really make it about the Flat Pack, but I do have a Flat Pack page on my website. I'm going to.
What's the website again? It's nerdwaffle.com.
Okay,
isn't it?
it's nerdwaffle.com. I really have to change something up here because it's nerdwaffle.com /about-us/the-flat-pack/. I'm gonna work on shortening that up, which I have the capability of doing, so that I can just be like, hey, go to nerdwaffle.com/the-flat-pack. But for now, you can go to the main page, go over to the About Us tab. It's going to bring down a drop-down menu, and then the second one down, the Flat Pack. I'll bring up a page with all of our Twitter and YouTube accounts, or well, the other guys' Twitter and YouTube accounts.
Yeah.
I'll probably add mine too. You can get there. Actually, you can get there right at the bottom of the page on any page of the site. It says follow us, and there's Twitter, YouTube, and Switch. I put his. He has a Ko-fi account, so if you want to buy him a coffee or a Ko-fi, you can click on where it says click here, and it'll bring you to his Ko-fi page.
Ko-fi.
I'm gonna put it probably. It's a bare bones minimum website at the moment, folks. If you have any feedback or suggestions about it, I'd love to see it. This is my crack at being the change that you want to see. I want to help the Flat Pack out. I want to start spreading some content of mine and content of other people. You can donate. There is a shop where it has a donate button. The donates 100% go back into the website. I might create a donate button for the Flat Pack to help the show out. That's still in the works. And on the website, you can also purchase Robot Zero Issue 1. It's $1, and it's in United States currency. And at the moment, the only thing I support is PayPal, but you can purchase it with PayPal. And it's a digital copy that you just download after you pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah, your characters in Robot Zero that you've told me or shown me like pictures are really cool.
Yeah, I started doing it. I just started the outline for issue 2 today. It's going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah. So with next week's, as always, Flat Pack Show is every Wednesdays, 11 p.m. GMT, 6 p.m. Eastern. Next week topic, when hopefully we do have Switchpoint and Cramplepoint with us, we'll be talking about music in sort of video games and movies, or sort of storytelling, and especially with like the Bard character in like RPGs and things. It should be an interesting conversation. And then the week after that, which I came up with this idea the other day with Rabbit Sensei, was torture, corporal punishment and torture and punishment methods in like fictional lore. So perhaps if you are a writer or a creator, and you want some ideas of what is a punishment for a certain law that is broken by criminals in your world. You know, what is a method of punishment or corporal punishment or execution. So we'll be going back in time, looking at some of the most horrendous methods of torture.
Like the Bard. We can tie in that with that episode, the Bard. Did this guy really do something really bad? Oh, he was a terrible person. All right, send in the Bard. Why? Well, after about 14 hours, the Bard jaunting his tunes, anybody's gonna want to rip their eyes out.
So yeah, we've got those exciting topics to look forward to in the next couple of weeks. So with that, it's been Nerd Waffle.
Remember to hug the person next to you and keep it toasty.
And it's been me, Flatmeister. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next episode. Take it easy.